Hello, Zuko here. I don't know what's going on with the half pearls on my eyebrows. I just throw things on my face and go for like a vibe. I'm going for a theme of like Valentine's Day and I got glitter on my face and I was like, what if I chuck pearls on my forehead? And like, it didn't turn out looking great. But we're going to ignore that because we're just here for the vibes. So today we're talking about 5 books that like heavily feature a type of love that is not romantic. Because I feel like during February, everyone's focused on the romance aspect of love and the romantic aspect. I don't know, that's not my vibe. I want to see like found families. I want to see friendships. I want to see like actual families. I want to see like sibling love and like platonic love. I want to see like just other kinds of love besides romantic because that's boring. So in no particular order, I'm going to recommend to you 5 books that kind of highlight non-romantic love. So first, we have A Psalm for the Wild-Built, as well as its sequel, A Prayer for the Crown-Shy, both by Becky Chambers. These are the monk and robot duology. So this book follows a tea monk who runs into a robot on a supposedly robot-free planet, and they get to like learn about each other, I guess, and there are a lot of just really beautiful moments in this book. There is no romance, I don't think. I feel like at their core, these books are about learning to love yourself and what you bring to the world, even if it wasn't what you wanted or expected from your life. You are still like valuable, even if you are not the most productive being out there. Even if you can't contribute all of the ways that you want to contribute, you still have value, and your value is not based off of your productivity. I feel like that's such an important reminder. These books are just so cozy and they just make you feel like good in your heart when you read them. Next, a book that will not make you feel good in your heart when you read them. This is Sadie by Courtney Summers. Sadie is a book about familial love, specifically the love between 2 sisters. Sadie has grown up raising her younger sister, who I believe is named Maddie, and Maddie ends up murdered, and the police botch the investigation. They do not solve it, they just kind of fuck it up. So Sadie takes matters into her own hands. And running parallel to what Sadie is doing is a fictional true crime podcast that is following the story afterwards of like the clues that Sadie left and what Sadie had done. And it was just a wild ride from start to finish that I honestly want to reread so bad. Next, I'm not going to be able to explain this book at all, and that's not going to be new to anybody. We have Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. This book is about a robbery and hostage situation, and at its core, this book is about love. And I don't know how to explain it more than that. This book just felt warm and like love, and I couldn't put it down. I read it in one sitting because I just wanted to know what happened next. I was thrilled the whole time. This book is just about people who take care of people and love people, and I think there's a Netflix series. I've only watched the first episode or 2, not because it wasn't good, but because I'm really bad at watching TV. But I would recommend watching it maybe after you read the book, but I do recommend reading the book. Plus it's yellow, which is my favorite. Then we have a book that's even harder to explain. That is A Light from Uncommon Stars by Reika Aoki. To me, this book is about learning to love in like a lot of ways, like learning to love yourself and learning to love other people and learning to love your passions and learning to allow yourself to be loved. I just felt like this book was so full of love. This is such a strange book that involves a violin teacher who made a deal with the devil and a like alien family who runs a donut shop. And it was weird. It's a weird book and I loved it. It was so good. I recommend it. Go in knowing nothing. I have told you nothing. This book was just magical and I loved it. We have my favorite book of like 2021, I think, and that is House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. I will first of all do anything to talk about this book, but like Sadie, this book is also about like tremendous love between siblings, but in a different way. So this book follows a trio of sisters who, when they were very small, all just vanished on New Year's Eve. Like their parents took a second to like kiss for New Year's, and then these 3 sisters disappeared and they were gone for a month. And when they came back, something was not quite right about them. This book has a lot of themes of how far siblings will go to take care of each other, and maybe they're not always good things. I really enjoy this book. Obviously, it was a favorite of one year, and I also need to read this one again. Yeah. So yeah, those are 5 books that feature non-romantic love as like a main theme. To me, anyway, someone who isn't good at picking up on romantic love to begin with. I loved all of these books very deeply, and I highly recommend that you check them out if you would like something to read that isn't gonna like aggressively shove romance at you. Light from Uncommon Stars does have a romance in it. I don't know that any of the others do. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed my video, and I will see you whenever I do my next one.